a debate that I could have with Kanye, and you know, he can have his own perspective. That will not stop me from saying, yo, this is my brother, and I'm with you. We disagree on these things, but I think, Jordan, we're at an important moment in our lives and in the world where we gotta learn, and I'm saying we, me too, have to learn that everybody may not think the way we think, or somebody could be way on the other side, but that don't mean we gotta shoot them down. We ain't gotta destroy them.
What was so interesting to me was, first he identified, that's still my guy. I still ride with him. He did not stand by the comments. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was really interesting for him to say, look, we're guilty of being the same as the haters out there if we just dismiss this guy and want to cut him, undercut him, and destroy him and knock him down. He's saying we need to find a way to try and understand what he's saying, despite the fact that we simply fully disagree with it. And I just feel like that's the aura of this guy, Common, who wants to bring love to a situation and find out how to handle it amicably and bring this brother along with us, not watch him stand on an island. I thought that was interesting.
Did he talk about how he's perceiving it? You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you'll hear more about
him.
that. Yes,
okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
In the 7, we're going to, I think, hear more from Common, because that interview was super interesting, and I think it's an interesting take to not demonize Kanye, instead show him some love. I'm not sure he's definitely deserves it right now, but I think we can maybe take that stance. I'm curious to see if this really affects his legacy. Because he's done outlandish things before. He's said crazy stuff. He's gone on rants. He's, taken the spotlight from Taylor Swift. But this feels different to me.
Very different.
It's hurtful. That's why.
Yes.
The other stuff, it was obviously hurtful to Taylor Swift, and he's been mean to other people, but like a whole group has been marginalized and offended by his comments. And from someone that we definitely don't expect it to come from. You don't, for lack of better words, you don't expect it to come from your own. It's hurtful.
Yeah.
So just quickly, our generation, I feel that hurt, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like a lot of our generation are activists, and if not, we're at least slacktivists, but I wonder what our parents feel about these types of comments.
Oh, I mean, can you imagine? I mean, for what they experience, segregated schools, police brutality, which still goes on today, but more blatant racism back then, let alone this stuff, especially in the South. I mean, this whole thing is it's sad, and that's what Van was saying. But going back to your earlier question, I do think that it's really interesting that this was Common's reaction, because it does seem like there's still a stand of solidarity behind Kanye, because they don't want to see this very talented, smart, endearing person with a good heart go so far south. They're not going to alienate him. They're going to try, I think, the music game, the rap game, to try and keep him close, try and help him out through this. And I think that's kind of what we saw there with Common. So